When you fight a battle as big as COVID-19 pandemic, you need three basic things. Number one, identify your enemy. Number two, evaluate your preparedness. Number three, inform your commanders and people about your strategy and developments. India struggled on all three fronts till as late as March 3rd week. To talk on India's preparedness to deal with COVID-19, we have today with us Mr. James Wilson. Mr. Wilson is an engineer from Kollam, Kerala, who loves data mining. More importantly, he is a writer who is known for his insightful reports done during the time of demonetization, all based on publicly available data. Mr. Wilson, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kanchan.
Mr. Wilson, we would like to know, when did you first start noticing that our data sharing on COVID-19 is not up to the mark?
I started noticing in the middle of the March only because I think up to the month of, even though the COVID was there on the month of, we had the first COVID on January 30th. The February month was almost, there was nothing come out because only Kerala had 3 cases. Then the first case we had, then comes in the March 3rd, or then the numbers were small. But from March middle onwards, when I am looking into, because other states are also turning up these numbers, I am looking into the website of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Then I see that their data updating is not in resonance or harmony with what the states are updating, because most of the states were updating by evening 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Normally at that time, Ministry of Health, they used to update around 8 o'clock. They are not able to update. At that time, there were only 10 or 11 states had this COVID-19 thing. So it was really surprising to me that why they are not able to update this small data coming from 10 entities and give you a proper information. But as time goes, this discrepancy is, instead of solving this discrepancy, it is getting increased, because there are 2 types of information are coming. One is information from the ICMR, another information is coming from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, they used to give the data of how many people are infected and how many recovered, how many deaths are there. But the data coming out from the ICMR is limited to the total all India number, how many people they have, how many samples they had, and how many people they tested, and how many turns as positive. So in between, abruptly, when people started, because these 2 data also, these 2 data under the same ministry is in conflict with each other. So when it was pointed out by many people, including me in the social media, and several journalists in Delhi questioned this one, they suddenly stopped the one press conference. They told that hereafter ICMR is not going to release the data. Data will be released by the ministry alone. Couple of days they were, instead of publishing that on the website, during the joint press conference, they were publishing the data. After that, suddenly ICMR started releasing the data, but at that time they were only limiting that to the number of people, because there in between there is another interesting thing has happened. Because between March 20 and 27, when ICMR was publishing the data of the number of people tested, the total number of tests, the difference between the total number of testing and the number of people tested are a mysterious number. Same difference, it was repeating 890. I was really, because I was looking into the data, I was reading this one, and I see that whether it is a multiple testing, how many people are multiply tested. Because in Kerala and other most of the places, they used to tell that once you test COVID positive, they used to test 3 times to certify you that you are COVID negative and let you out of the quarantine. So I was looking into that data to see that whether how it is happening. Mysteriously, that number was 890, because same number was constantly repeating, and then we hear about the singer Kanika Kapoor or somebody who was tested many times. So this is not matching. So I went back to the ICMR database. Interestingly, I find a literature published by the ICMR scientists in the Indian Journal of Medical Research. In that one, I got how they got the 890 number, because 890 number was the number of repeated tests they have carried out when they airlifted the passengers from the Wuhan, and they were actually put it in two camps, India government, some in an army camp very near to Manasar or some place. Then another one is in an ITBP camp. In that paper, they told that we have airlifted around 650 plus, and the number of tests done on them was around 1159 or something like that. The difference was exactly 890. So I thought that it is some sort of it is because of some sort of data error or some their table error or something like that. I'm not accusing that they are doing it purposefully, but the interesting thing is that when the government, neither of these ICMR officials or the ministry officials was ready to give an explanation for that one. Suddenly, when they started publishing the data of people around April 9th, at that time they are started giving the two data sets separately. But my concern was at that time also, why we are not giving the data of testing, how the data is done by the various states of India. That data was not available on the public domain when you are looking into either at the Ministry of Health website or ICMR website. For that one, you have to go to the state government websites. Many state governments were very, what we can say that very reluctant to share the data. For example, Delhi was not at all giving any data. For many times, repeatedly calling them out, they started releasing the data. Some states who were very transparent in the beginning suddenly started withdrawing from the putting data in the public domain. For example, Telangana has their data. They were publishing the data, very detailed press releases. Entire press releases were available up to 26th March. Thereafter, it was completely, there is no test data in the public domain. Finally, yesterday, when the Chief Minister made a press conference, he has, again, for the first time, he's resumed the data. Then there are states like UP. You go to any of their website, there is no data available. Only data available is through some WhatsApp forwards or press releases given to select journalists. So this is a really amazing to see that one. When we are in a lockdown, when we are facing a pandemic, the public is, especially we are talking about digital India and a very youth who are computer literate and everyone. We are getting very scant data on the public domain to see that whether I have a right to know that whether my state is testing enough people, or how many people are getting tested, what is my rate of testing and other things. So that's my observation about this.
Do you suggest this all data, I mean, India and India states and union territories should be on one platform?
Definitely, it should be on the one platform. We should look at around the globe. When we look into a lot of websites, you go to John Hopkins University website, or you go to the Oxford, you go to another one called Worldometer or something. So many websites, they are actually collating from global data on their websites. Even when our state governments are publishing, they are, without waiting for MOHF is publishing, they are updating this particular information on the public domain. This is available for global data is available at our fingertips, and we are not able to get our data. What is the data? And still, I feel that now I was, after a lot of pain, I was able to chase down. It started with some 11 or 12 states. Then it was gone up to 25 or 26. Finally, now I am able to chase most states, except the information is not forthcoming from what is happening in Dadar under Nagar Haveli, Daman Diu, that union territory. There is no information is coming out from what is happening in the Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep doesn't have a sample collection center or a testing laboratory. That's the only place in India which is lacking this particular facility. And except that, now every data, but this is also another interesting thing is that the same states who are publishing the data, they suddenly changes their website address without actually re-guiding you to the new website address. So one fine day morning, when I am going to look into the data, I am not able to see that website is down, or they are saying that website doesn't exist. So I will check somewhere else, and finally, so it is actually really a tedious trawling. And do tedious trolling, then scrap the data and put everything on my Excel sheet, and I have to look into that one. Still, whenever we are seeing that, because yesterday for example, another interesting thing is that yesterday when this our ICMR, when they are saying that around 17,000 people are actually they have tested around 17,000 or something like that. The ministry data is around 500 less.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they release that data around 7 p.m. or 5 p.m., because this difference is actually there is no baseline basically. I'm flagging the issues. There is no baseline reporting. Tell that every state shall, because they are doing so many things for us to, so many rules for us. You don't go out like this, like this. Why can't they put some rules for themselves? Create a baseline reporting time. Okay, every morning 8 o'clock and evening 8 o'clock, every state and other people will report. We will collect the data within 1 hour. We will publish. Then there will not be any discrepancy. Everything will be fine. We can see that all data is matched. Second thing is that you need a single source. Why should the people has to go everywhere? Because we are a as an Indian Union, when we are seeing that we have to go to everyone, and even some states. Another interesting thing, some states are telling about the total test done, because we still don't know whether it is implying that whether these states are calculating whether the number of multiple tests are conducting is also included in that data. So wherever possible, some states are giving your positive test data and negative test data. So when I am actually following this, I am adding wherever possible. I am adding the positive and negative to see that. I am assuming that it is number of tests. Tamil Nadu is now giving separately, because Tamil Nadu is very clearly saying that this is the positive, this is the test, negative test, and they are saying that this is the number of people we have multiple times we have tested. These type of data are very important to understand for us, that whether we are whether our states are performing. Because when we are looking, because I published a map, you may have seen that in Twitter. Because when we are seeing the entire Hindi heartland, the big states, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, this UP, all these states are testing very less. West Bengal, these states are testing. We are the bigger states in India. They are testing very less. And uh, when analyzing that one, I am now feeling that we should at least give, because we are now declaring the spots based on the districts. So at least we should get the data district level. I am not asking them to go beyond that one to your panchayat level or anything like that. But we should know the data of every district level data will be come under one roof. There are enough GS platforms, and we are boasting that we are digital India and all other things. In this information age, it is not a Herculean task to put all this data. We are having enough knowledgeable people, even at the ministry. And NIC and other people are there, and there are other private agencies are helping the government. You look into the Maharashtra, go to the Maharashtra website, they are using a GS platform. Very detailedly they are giving that one. So some pictorial representation is giving you assets that, okay, these are the very areas where this is actually developing. Pune, your Sangli, your Mumbai areas. So they are giving it. Any layman person also going there, he can get a feel of what is happening around him. So why my state is, or why my district is actually on lockdown, you are getting from there itself. So this is very important. Data should come in the public domain, because this is a minimum thing people are expecting from the government. We are not asking them to do analysis of all those things. Leave that to the people, because the scientists at ICMR, they are regularly publishing the papers and they are doing a lot of things. Because we should know that they are, when another unfortunate thing was certain states were highlighting that this is a particular community data, Delhi Conference Connect. Why they are not settling about the other community data, whether these people are actually tested other religious congregations and other things. This is really, now we are getting an international backlash, and the Prime Minister is forced to teach that we are not discriminating about people based on caste, religion, creed and other things. Why India is doing all those nonsense at this juncture when we are actually facing a pandemic is a big question mark.
I suppose this data mismanagement could not be the deliberate thing. It could be, lack of preparedness, because I think our states and districts and maybe even the center government is not prepared to deal something which is unprecedented.
uh, Even though they are unprecedented, how much effort it took to put all these data in the public domain? You because most of the states are giving very, very detailed information on their websites. For example, you look into Maharashtra. Maharashtra government is not only giving their daily press release, they are having a website which is giving you a dashboard. Then there is a GS dashboard. Dashboard is there. Then they are analyzing and producing reports comparing global data. Are you able to hear me? Okay, okay.
Yeah,
In
yeah, I think
between,
it got disconnected.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. No. So this is not a big problem because we are having enough manpower. This nation of 1.3 billion, and the central government is doesn't have, because this is not a small private entity. They are having the entire manpower at their disposal. It is I think a couple of people, a handful of people, half a dozen or a dozen people, if they are engaging those people and they are giving a proper instruction to the state governments to give us data in this particular format, an Excel sheet will do the purpose. Or you create a web portal for that one. If you are giving to a developer, he will do that within a day to enter this data, so they can show that in the public domain. It's not a Herculean task. The preparedness, what we are speaking about, we are on the now, how many days after the lockdown? We are on how many days it has passed. So this data information, they should be little more serious. They are thinking that this is enough or chalta hai. That attitude is the problem. Uh, if there is a
So,
will, there is a way,
so
and it is not.
basically, do you think that if all the states have their data, properly, tabled, including dashboard and all, this will help them to actually address the issue?
No, it is actually address so many concerns of the people, because why the information, why you are doing the interview, because government is doing everything, means we can sit, uh, and why there is newspapers, because these are the informations available for most of the people. Some people, when a pandemic comes, it is not the exclusive domain of epidemiologists alone. There are so many other domains are also coming into the picture. If you are having a mathematical background, you can see that how this curve is going, or you can actually see some outliers, or you can see some type of problem, you can actually alert. So there are so many people are there. So this information flow is actually helping not only us, globally also, when the other people are actually from the across the globe, because I look into the website of Pakistan, how they are disseminating information. Their information flow is much superior than us. So we are seeing that what is happening around us. This is a pandemic, this is not a local problem, this is not India's problem alone. So when the other states or other nations are looking into our website, this is very rudimentary, and it's very sad that a link cannot be open in Google Chrome, but you have to go to, but it is, they are not mentioning that. Because I was in the beginning, I was trying to see that whether they are providing states data. So it was available in the beginning, but after some time, for a couple of days, I was not able to. Whenever I am clicking that one, it is not opening. So I thought it was not there. Then somebody in the net informed me that, sir, this is not like that. You have to do, are you using Google Chrome? He asked me. I told yes. So it is not available there. You have to use Firefox. So this is a really ridiculous when we are dealing with the government. Government should not be like that. Government should be very transparent with the people. This is not something like some atom bomb formula or anything like that. You are putting the minimum basic information on the public domain. I am not asking them that you have to publish the names of the people. That is actually encroachment of your privacy. Instead of that one, we are only asking the numbers. What is the numbers? How many? Okay, you can tell that these are the
You have also raised question of testing. You have demanded more testing,
yes,
testing, and
yes,
testing.
yeah,
Where does
yes,
India
yes.
stand now vis-a-vis other countries in terms of testing?
We are very poor, very, very, very poor. Unfortunately, our testing is very poor, because we are now testing. Now, when the testing started, when globally the testing is monitored, they were used to talk about how they usually talk about that in using the expression of number of people tested per million of population. That terminology now globally changed. Now they are using, because as the testing increased, and they changed that terminology to number of people or tests done per thousands, because you are getting more numbers, so you are not no more using the million expression. They are looking at how many out of 1,000 people, how many people you have tested. In that case, if we are coming there, I will tell you the data, because I am having that data with me, because it's yesterday's data I have updated. So it is very poor. Our condition is very poor. When you are looking, India is now testing around the 0.3 people in 1,000. But same time, United States is around 11.16. You look into South Korea, it is almost 10.86, almost 11. Both of them are in same range. Turkey is 7.14. Even forget about all these people. You look into Pakistan. Ours is around 0.285. 285 is the exact number. Pakistan is testing around 0.47, much higher than us. Compared to Iceland, it is 124.47. Then, unless you are actually, now another big issue we are seeing is that so many people are turning asymptomatic for a long period. Today only ICMR is actually raising that concern. We were observing this pattern because we stopped our flights. The flights coming to India on some time around 22nd March. Just before the lockdown, we stopped that one. So in Kerala case, I am seeing that the people recent a couple of days back, 3-4 days back, most of the majority of the people turning into symptomatic ones are from NRI crowd. So this means this particular virus is actually taking a long time, around 25 to 28, 29 days. We don't know, because when other data, couple of days, we will see that what is going to happen in the next week. These people are turning symptomatic only on that one. So because ICMR actually started, there is three major deficiencies I have seen in the entire process of actually containment strategy. We started a containment strategy starting with China, and then slowly we are adding Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong. Then we have added Japan, South Korea, and Italy, all these countries into our list. And that is a problem. First problem is that one, because once you are having an epidemic of this proportion, you cannot live it, because most of the people, how they are coming either through ship or either through flight. There is a chance of getting mixed with the international crowd in the airport or in the airplane or in the ship or the port itself. So once we are limiting, when it's coming from China, he's a Chinese or he's having travel history to China, you are actually letting other people to come into the country. And that's the first problem. They only started universal screening as late as 6th March only. Then the other major problem was thermal screening. We adopted a strategy of thermal screening. So this was repeated by US scientists and UK scientists, and our own ICMR people submitted a paper on February 27th saying that this is when we are only adopting the thermal screening, we are only going to catch only 50% of the people. Now ICMR is admitting that 80% of the people are actually being asymptomatic. So when you are adopting the thermal screening, you are only able to catch 20% of the symptomatic persons in the airport. So you let a big sieve there. Second thing is that when these people came, you actually created a very rigid testing strategy in the beginning. So that was only when you are a symptomatic person and you are having an international history from a certain countries in the beginning. Later they extended to all nations. So these two conditions actually created that if I am having a symptom, I got it from somebody who is actually traveled from other country and he's sitting with me and I got the infection. If I am going to the lab and I am asking that how to be tested, they will not test you for COVID because you are not meeting the criteria of ICMR. I have a very different opinion about this one. Another thing, ICMR is a standardization body. It's a scientific body. they should create the standards how to do the PCR test, how what is the value you have to look into that one, all these technical specifications, and give to the state this is the minimum criteria you have to test. Leave that to the states whether to acquire the because every society, why we are health is in a federal subject, this state subject, rather than it is in the union list, because it's a local problem. So you let the state governments to do according to the risk criteria they have to take for their society, to see that whether they have to expand the testing or limit the testing and all those things, because it will actually create a type of competition among themselves.